How's it going, everybody? I hope you are having a fantastic day. My name is Parker Nirenstein. This is Vehicle Virgins, and today we are going to be talking about the new special track focus variant of the Aston Martin Valkyrie. But before we get started, I want to talk about a couple things. First off, I got my new house. I'm doing a house tour. That video is going to drop tomorrow at noon, 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I hope you guys like it. I'm so pumped. Obviously, I've never had my own house before. It's absolutely crazy, and there's certain parts about the house that I know you guys are gonna like, and that's also going to very much benefit content in the future. I now have a driveway, and you'll see the pretty cool garage setup, so I can get a project car, build one for the channel, take subscriber input, and then maybe even give that car away as a giveaway car on my Light Gravity site. Additionally, remember, 5 things I hate about Priuses shirt are for sale, link in the description below for that. It says 5 things I hate about Priuses on the front, and it says everything 5 times on the back. All right, let's get started, shall we? When the Aston Martin Valkyrie was released, I was blown away. It's the most intense F1-inspired road car ever to be created, until the Project 1, of course, and the first ever hypercar that Aston Martin has made. That's a pretty big deal. It looks nothing like any car anyone has seen before, and it's powered by a monstrous 6.5-liter Cosworth V12 and a Kurz hybrid system, which I'll talk about later, that produces an astronomical amount of horsepower. The interior rivals the most intense track-focused beasts, yet you can drive it on the street. But the experience that comes along with owning one of these Aston Martin Valkyries is absolutely incredible. We're gonna first talk about the road legal Aston Martin Valkyrie and then move on to the AMR Pro, the limited edition crazy track variant that they've just announced. When you buy an Aston Martin Valkyrie for $3.2 million US, you get special treatment. You would hope for that much money. Once you spec out your Valkyrie, Aston Martin sends you a 1/18th scale model, identical to how you spec'd the vehicle. So you can check it out, see it in the flesh. This is such a cool idea that Aston Martin is doing for their customers. And I really think the top automotive manufacturers need to integrate this more into their build process. When you're spending that kind of money, they can afford to send you a couple $1,000 model. Then you can see the model and decide, I don't really like the way this color looks. Send that information back to Aston Martin, and they will send you a new model exactly the way you like it. Rumor has it that one customer did this 10 times. That's that's a little excessive. The seats are custom tailored to the driver. They use lasers to measure the person's body and tailor make them exactly like you would make an Italian suit. Now, Aston Martin isn't the first and only company to do this. With the Laferrari, the seats are molded to the person, but that level of bespoke customization is just breathtaking. The Valkyrie is an extremely light 2,270 pounds. For reference, the Mercedes Project 1, kind of its top competitor right now, is 400 pounds heavier. And you'd think in a car that's 2,200 pounds, you wouldn't need all that much power to make it fast. And you're right. But Aston Martin said, to hell with that. Let's add a ton of power and make it lightweight, and it'll be one of the fastest cars ever created. That 6.5-liter V12 makes an insane 1,000 horsepower. And more than that, you've got a Kurz-style hybrid system that adds another 130 horsepower for a total of 1,130 horsepower. So it has the power to weight ratio, but what really makes the Valkyrie so fast around the track is its aerodynamics. How much downforce do you think the Valkyrie produces? 1,000 pounds of downforce? You know, they just unveiled the new ZR1. They were boasting about its 950 pounds of downforce. Not 1,000, 2,000 maybe? That seems ridiculous. Nope, 4,000 pounds of downforce. Yes, that's almost twice the weight of the Valkyrie just in downforce. And the coolest part is, it's not due to a massive, ugly, stationary rear wing. You can thank a lot of this to their partnership with Red Bull Racing's Formula One team to create epic ground effects. There's 2 Venturi tunnels that run along the sides of the car that feed air into the rear diffuser and create an unprecedented level of downforce. If you've enjoyed this video so far, give this video a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel and you like it, you want to stay up to date, click that subscribe button. There's going to be new videos every single day. Turn the notification bell on so you get notified when new content comes out. Let's get back to the video. Aston Martin is only going to be producing 150 of these Valkyries. I don't know how it can get any better than that, but apparently it can, in the form of the Valkyrie Amr Pro. So let's talk about what they've just created. So Aston Martin just came out with the Valkyrie Amr Pro, and it is extraordinarily fast. So fast, in fact, that Aston Martin is claiming that it can have lap times that will rival Formula One cars. That is the most incredible, insane, wild statement I have ever heard an automotive manufacturer make. Think about that for a second. A car that you can buy that's as fast as a Formula One car. So they're only going to be making 25 of these beasts. The problem is they are already sold out. But that does mean for the lucky 25 who are able to get the AMR Pro that it is only going to go up and up and up in value because of its rarity. Although if you have the money to afford a Valkyrie that's 3.2 million and you have even more money to afford a 1 of 25 track focus version, you're probably not too worried about appreciation. But hey, I guess it's an added benefit if you can drive your track focus beast and have it go up in value at the same time. The AMR Pro will have more power, more downforce, and less weight than the street car. That's thanks to a larger mounted rear wing and a larger front splitter. And the weight savings come from the craziest places. The actual carbon fiber weave, there is no steel in the structure of the Valkyrie. The carbon fiber weave itself has been made thinner so that the car can be lighter. They don't have windows. Instead of out of glass, they're made of polycarbonate. A track-tuned suspension has also been added, which is lighter, and the exhaust system on the stock Valkyrie, we can't do that. That is far too heavy. They've made a lighter exhaust system as well. The seats are now fixed in place. You can't adjust them whatsoever to save a little bit of weight. 250 miles per hour. It just goes to show you that you don't need a 4,300 pound car with a W16 and 4 turbos to be able to go 250 miles an hour. The car also has carbon F1 inspired brakes and smaller diameter wheels. Why would it have smaller diameter wheels? Well, so that it could use the Michelin racing tires. It's designed and spec'd exactly after LMP1 cars. So you can imagine championship racing cars, bringing that to the track version of the Valkyrie. Yeah, it's probably gonna have a lot of grip. That is where the craziest spec of all specs of all time, the craziest spec in the world, 3.3 lateral Gs of grip in a corner. 3.3. That is twice the amount of lateral grip that a Porsche 918 Spyder has, and 3 times the lateral grip of a Corvette Z06. Holy crap. That is wild. I can't even imagine what that would feel like going around a corner. Now, it's not as good as Formula One cars. Nowadays, they're up to 6 Gs around a corner. I mean, how do your limbs not just fly out of your socket? That's why Formula One drivers have to work out and develop neck strength, otherwise they probably would break their necks. It can also pull 3.5 Gs of deceleration when hard on the brakes. That's probably enough for your eyeballs to pop out of your sockets. That's all we know so far about the AMR Pro. Now, there are some sketches right here of what the design will look like. You can see there's a larger rear wing, a larger front splitter, but the actual design has pretty much been hidden. I'm excited to see what it looks like when it comes out. Congratulations to the lucky 25 who got one, and adopt me. Well, on the topic of new track monsters, Ferrari has improved their track version of the Laferrari, the Fxxk. It is called the Fxxk Evo. So Ferrari, LaFerrari, Fxxk Evo is the name of the car. Here's some facts for you. 75% more downforce than a normal LaFerrari, and 23% more downforce than the current Fxxk track car. There's a 488 right next to me. It is. Why are you talking on the phone while you're driving your 488? That's illegal in California. However, the Fxxk Evo only produces 1,800 pounds of downforce. Only 1,800. Where the Valkyrie produces 4,000. 1,800, that's a ridiculous amount of downforce, but I gotta tease it because it is less than half of a Valkyrie. The car gets a new twin profile mounted rear wing, looks absolutely savage. You'll notice there's also a massive fin running down the center line of the car. The interior gets a new steering wheel as well as a 6.5-inch telemetry screen, so you can tell all the information you need while you're holding on for dear life in your 1,000+ horsepower Ferrari. In summary, Ferrari has improved their already ridiculous track toy. Aston Martin has come out with its first hypercar and then come out with the track-focused variant that's likely to be as fast as a Formula 1 car around some tracks for the uber rich. Let me know what you guys think about this style of video. I like doing these news updates. Honestly, I think people are getting bored of reading articles online, and if you want to stay up to date to the latest car news, I could do these videos once or twice a week, and it doesn't just have to be supercars and hypercars as well. So I'm going to leave a poll here, 2 different polls actually. Whether you want to see it once or twice a week, whether you don't want to see this type of video whatsoever, you'd rather see me review cars, although getting behind the wheel of a 1 of 25 Aston Martin Valkyrie AMR Pro is probably going to be pretty difficult. And also a second poll here that says, would you guys like to see updates on the car world in general? What happens if the new Toyota Camry comes out? I could talk about maybe potentially a video where I discuss all the new compact cars that came out, all the new sedans that come out and the special features of each and how they're different than the previous generations. Obviously highlighting releases from BMW, Mercedes, Audi, as well as supercars and hypercars. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I've really been loving seeing your comments and posts on lightgravity.com. If you haven't checked out my site yet, I recommend you doing so. It's basically Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube all combined, but the topic is cars. So it's basically better than all of them combined. It's free to create a profile. You can post pictures of your cars, keep people up to date on car news. I'm actually looking for somebody to do that. If anyone wants to try and create kind of a blog post or a summary of the car news that came out that week, and I find it really good, I'll pin that post, and maybe you can be sort of a moderator or a top author. So if you want to leave posts with some good information about car updates on the site, lightgravity.com, that would be fantastic. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, please browse the channel and subscribe. Smash that thumbs up button. I look forward to seeing you next video. And remember, tomorrow at noon, house tour, ladies and gentlemen. Peace.